Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to Level-Headed News. This is your host, Brenda. I have 4 articles for you in this episode this morning. Happy 9th day of January 2017. This first article is off of BizPack Review. All these articles, of course, are in the description of the video, so you can pull them up and take a look at them for yourself, but I'll read them for you. This one says, actions have consequences. Israel announces cuts in funding to the UN. In response to last month's United Nations Security Council resolution demanding an end to Jewish settlements within the alleged Palestinian territories, Israel has announced plans to suspend an estimated $6 million in funding to the UN. The Times of Israel reported the cut to Israel's $40 million annual contributions to the United Nations represented the portion of the UN budget allocated to 4 committees on Palestinian issues, the Israeli mission said. Those committees include the Committee on the Exercise of the Inalienable Rights of the Palestinian People, the Division for Palestinian Rights, the work of the Special Committee to investigate Israeli practices affecting the human rights of the Palestinian people and other Arabs of the occupied territories, and the Special Information Program on the Question of Palestine of the UN Department of Public Information. It is unreasonable for Israel to fund bodies that operate against us at the UN, Israeli Ambassador Danny Danon said in a statement. We seek to stop the practice where the UN is used solely as a forum for unending attacks against Israel. The resolution was only made possible when the Obama administration refused to veto the measure and instead abstained, an act condemned by members of President Obama's own party and President-elect Donald Trump. The Times reported the announcement came a day after the U.S. House of Representatives overwhelmingly voted in the favor of a measure condemning the UN's stance and chastising President Barack Obama's administration for abstaining in the Security Council vote. Folks on social media were delighted, and there are some tweets about that here. One says, fantastic. Another one says, well done, Israel. We hope the U.S. cuts our wasted money we give to the UN. Trump will reverse damage. And then it says here, maybe it's time for the United States to show a backbone and withhold its own funds from the United Nations. Well, personally, I think we need to do more than that, but that's why they don't put me in charge of anything. The next one we have here is from BizPack Review. It says, who do you believe, America? Intel Community or WikiLeaks? CNBC reporter so regrets asking. CNBC reporter John Harwood found out this week what happens when you poll people and don't skew through the eyes of the media. On Thursday, he posted a poll on his Twitter page and asked people who they'd trust more, the intelligence community or WikiLeaks. After more than 84,000 votes, the results were a resounding victory for WikiLeaks, with a whopping 83% of respondents picking them. The victory for WikiLeaks followed a similar poll conducted by Lou Dobbs, in which he asked if Americans believe President Obama or WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. And it was 94% for Julian Assange. Social media was quick to mock Harwood. There's some tweets about that here. It says, we the people trust WikiLeaks because they don't filter into our spin, unlike you frauds. And another one says, 70% of Americans trust WikiLeaks more than U.S. intel officials. Surprise, John? It's because we know you're the fake news media. Oh, man, they get brutal, don't they? It says, who they didn't believe more than anyone was Harwood himself. And another one says, your name appeared 257 times in the Podesta WikiLeaks crony journalism, John. We know. Wow. There's a whole bunch of those. So if you want to entertain yourself, you can pull them up and take a look at them and get your chuckle. The next one is off of foxnews.com, and it says, Fiat Chrysler announces $1 billion investment in the U.S. manufacturing, 2,000 new jobs. Fiat Chrysler said Sunday it would spend $1 billion on U.S. manufacturing, including modernization plants in Michigan and Ohio, in a move that's set to add 2,000 new jobs, Rutgers reported. According to the company's plan, the plant in Warren, Michigan will be made capable of producing a pickup truck currently built in Mexico. The Warren plant will make the new Jeep Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer large SUVs. A plant in Toledo, Ohio, also will get new equipment to make new Jeep pickup. The move by Fiat Chrysler follows a similar recent announcement made by a competing auto brand. On Tuesday, Ford said it would cancel a $1.6 billion plant planned for Mexico and instead invest $700 million in a Michigan assembly plant, though CEO Mark Fields said the decision would have gone ahead whether or not Donald Trump was elected president. Fields also said Trump's pro-growth policies gave the company executives confidence. The president-elect has taken many auto manufacturers to task for Mexican production and encouraged building more vehicles in the U.S. He tweeted at General Motors after the Ford announcement on Tuesday, threatening a big border tax for producing cars in Mexico and then selling them in the U.S. GM pushed back on that characterization of its business model. Sunday's announcement by Fiat Chrysler also follows news a day earlier that the company was recalling 100,000 mostly older trucks and SUVs to replace Tactica airbag infiltrators. Or try that again. Oh man, I have to even laugh at myself. Airbag inflators. That sounds better. Never heard of an airbag infiltrator. All right. Can't laugh at yourself. Who can you laugh at? The next one here is off BizPack Review. This is the last one in this article. It says, "Knives sticking out of my back. Global Warming Skeptic tells Tucker why she left academia." Climatologist Dr. Judith Curry told Fox News host Tucker Carlson she was so sick of politicization of global warming and academia, she resigned from her tenured position at Georgia Tech. "I've been vilified by some of my colleagues who are activists and don't like anybody's challenging their big story," Curry told Carlson Friday night. "I walk around with knives sticking out of my back," she said. "In the university environment, I felt like I was just beating my head against the wall." Curry, a skeptic that humans are causing catastrophic global warming, announced Tuesday she was retiring from academic life to focus more on her own climate analytics business and blogging. A big reason she decided to leave, though, had to do with the craziness of climate science. "A deciding factor was that I no longer know what to say to students and postdocs regarding how to navigate the craziness in this field of climate science," she wrote in the blog. "Research and other professional activities are professionally rewarded only if they are channeled in certain directions approved by politicized academic establishment. Funding, ease of getting your papers published, getting hired in prestigious positions, appointments to prestigious committees and boards, professionalism, recognition, etc.," she wrote. "How young scientists are to navigate all this is beyond me, and it often becomes a battle of scientific integrity versus career suicide." Curry has been attacked by colleagues for questioning claims made by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change and other scientists who use climate models to claim humans are the main cause of recent global warming. "There's far too little funding and effort going into studying natural climate variability," Curry told Carlson. "It's clearly warming, and it's been warming overall for several hundred years. The key question is how much of the warming, say for the last 50 years, is caused by humans," she said. "I don't see a clear signal that is being caused by humans predominantly." And there is video in this if you want to pull it up to take a look at that. And that's all I have for you today. Of course, if there's any breaking news or if I find anything I think would make a good special edition, I'll bring it right out to you. If you like what we're doing, give it a thumbs up, share it around on social media so everybody gets to hear the news. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that little bell next to the subscribe button and check that box so you get email messages every time I put a show out. It'll keep you informed on the news. We'll see you later. Have a great day.